What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Dorian Show. Today I have a very special guest with me today, my very good friend Phong. He is the owner of a pho shop, Pho de Nguyen, in San Bruno in NorCal. Please check it out. This is so great. I've known this guy for maybe only a little bit more than a year, but the first time I met you, I thought you were super cool and super nice guy, and thank you for doing this. I just got a couple questions, man. I love business, and you're running a very successful one, and I know you got some secrets that people are dying to know. So, if you could just give us a little background of yourself, like how did you get started with cooking and stuff?
So it all started when I was dropping out of college.
Nice. How long ago was this?
When I was 21, I dropped out my last semester, and then I started doing dishes at my friend's Vietnamese restaurant for about 3 years. Learned from doing dishes to the line, and a little bit of some recipes, peanut sauce, dish sauce, little things. And after 3 years, I went back to college to finish my degree in economics.
Cool.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it all started. I couldn't find a job after I graduated when I was in Sacramento. I really didn't know where to apply to. I just applied to like the state, I guess. Like there wasn't many jobs available during the time. So I ended up going back to this Japanese restaurant that I worked at when I was 18, when I first started college. And I started working there for about maybe 6 months, and then I ended up quitting because my dog died.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, and then because I was working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was kind of my fault. So
That your dog died?
Yeah, because I was like the sole owner, and
of your dog?
Yeah, and I was just working too much, and yeah, she died with kidney failure.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah,
she was just boozing it up at home because you left her alone.
No, not. I don't know if it was a direct link to it, but I felt like I neglected her.
I see.
So I quit my job. And then I moved out to Oakland and started driving for Uber for about 6 months. And while I was looking for another job.
Were you looking for like restaurant jobs at that time, or were you like looking for something like
I was trying to
economics?
I was trying to have like a stable income, 9 to 5. And one of my friends kind of talked me out of it. Was like, hey, you should just keep cooking because you're, open a business or something, So I remember the first business that we tried out. It was kind of stupid, but I think if we executed, it would have made money.
What was it?
We were basically trying to change people's light bulbs. So during the time in 2015, LED bulbs were still kind of fairly new to most people. People were still running the old school bulbs.
Yeah.
So we were offering to like change all the bulbs basically, and that was basically it. You paid us $200, we change.
And they last for like a long time?
Yeah, they last for 10 years, and we change them for, the cost of the bulbs were like $20 or something like that, $20-$30. So, $200 for someone to change all your bulbs in your house wasn't a bad deal.
Yeah,
You'd save that, like, you'd save probably $1,000 by the end of the year.
Right.
If you weren't using LEDs. But, like, nowadays, all the new homes, they
are all LEDs, yeah.
And if you changed your bulb in the past, 5 years, they were, like, LED bulbs.
Right. So why'd you stop that?
So during the time I was driving for Uber, we started this company that, like, we were barely getting it off the ground. It was just like me and like 3 buddies trying to execute this idea like part-time, while we were doing other stuff full-time, to pay the bills. And then I started doing pop-ups in the city.
What kind of food? For food?
Yeah, vegan Vietnamese food.
Vegan?
So I ended up getting on this platform called Feastly.
Okay.
And they were around for like 4 or 5 years, but they basically promoted chefs and like they sold tickets for chefs.
Yeah.
For their private dinners. And then they took like 20%. 10 from the customers and 10% from the
kind of like Uber.
The chefs.
Kind of like Uber Eats. Did you guys?
Kind of, but they took so little of a cut that they went out of business.
Really? Even though 10% from both sides?
Yeah, because of the overhead costs in San Francisco.
Were you able to make money from that though?
Most chefs were able to make money from the pop-ups.
Okay.
If you had about 40 people at your dinner and your tickets were like $40-$50, you probably walk away with like $1,500 to like $2,000 a night. And
how did you do in that business? You guys did well?
Yeah,
was it just you or you and a couple of friends?
It was basically me and a bunch of my friends who like were available at the time.
Okay.
To help.
And you guys did well?
We did good. Yeah, we did it only once a month, so it wasn't like a lot, but it was like that's an extra couple $1,000.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it only takes about 3 days because it takes like a day to prep. Day and a half, and then the day of, and then the day after to clean. Yeah. And like put stuff away and like.
Yeah. So that's good money for a couple days work.
Yeah, not bad, but.
But you're splitting. Depends how many people you're splitting.
No, I mean
20 people.
No, the $2,000.
Yeah.
Profit was like after paying the employees.
Oh shit, dude! I would only
have like 2 servers.
Nice.
And like one kitchen, one person cooking with me.
Damn, so that thing is gone, right? That pop-up thing, or is it someone else taking?
Yeah, that pop-up thing is gone. But I mean, other people are still doing those pop-ups at people's homes.
And you sell tickets.
Homes. You invite your friends and family, or
right.
The platform is gone, but there's other platforms.
And then when you sold your tickets, were they mostly your friends and family, or were they like people you didn't know?
It would be about like the first couple would be like about maybe 25%. Family and friends. And then of course as it went on it would be like less and less, but the majority would be like fairly new people.
Oh, nice.
Bunch of new people. Yeah.
And then after that, is that when you found out you want to be like a chef, or you wanted to?
So at the time I did about maybe 6 or 7 pop-ups, and then we were saving up for a food truck. And at the time we were looking at food trucks, and they were about $25,000.
Jeez.
And then about another, $5,000 to add the equipment that you need.
What were you gonna make on your food truck?
Vietnamese food. We're just gonna be like, hey,
but not pho, right?
No, not pho. But you could.
It'd be hard for people to eat. You put it in one of those little plastic bowls.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can serve like cold pho, and it's like, hey, take this home and cook it up.
Yeah, people would do that.
I mean,
Yeah.
When you take it home to go at the restaurant, it's kind of like warm by the time you get home. So it's
yeah.
The difference between warm soup and cold soup is like 3 extra minutes on the burner.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And
I think giving cold soup to go would actually, the soup would be more fresh because you're not heating it up twice. You're giving cold soup and the person is heating it up when they get home.
Do you guys sell that right now at your restaurant? Like a frozen...
No, we don't sell any cold soup at the restaurant. But, that's a concept I'm working on.
That would be really good for people to just take it to go,
Yeah.
It's so good. People love your shit, dude.
During the pandemic, for like maybe a couple of months, during the pandemic, at the beginning of the pandemic, I was serving cold soup to go.
Okay.
Because we just had like one staff, and yeah.
I mean, did it work?
It was to go. Like if you wanted it, we actually asked them if they wanted it hot or cold, and a lot of our customers now, our regulars, would ask for their soup to be cold.
Cool, dude. Did you, when you first opened this restaurant, Pho de Nguyen in San Bruno, California, everybody better go. Were you worried? Is that your first time running the kitchen? Like you were the boss, or?
Oh wait, let's go back and finish. I was gonna start a food truck.
Right.
But then we found this location in San Bruno, which was my girlfriend at the time, Jeannie Ho. We started dating, and her dad was retiring at the restaurant that we're currently at.
Yeah. Shout out to Jeannie Ho.
Yeah, so that restaurant used to be called China Garden, and when we bought that restaurant, it was $50,000. So I had to pay $25,000, and Jeannie obviously didn't have to pay $25,000.
You guys got a restaurant for $25,000.
So
that's your food truck, dude.
So that's what happened. We, instead of buying a food truck, we're like, let's just buy this restaurant.
Yeah.
But this restaurant needed a lot of work. I think total we've spent maybe $100,000 in renovations.
That's not including the initial $25,000.
No, that's not including the $50,000.
Did you?
We actually ended up paying back, paying Jeannie's dad the full $50,000 because the restaurant was making money.
Okay, so that's.
I mean, it took 2 years for it to start making money. The first year, we were breaking even, and then between the first year and the second year, any money that we made was for remodeling the restaurant.
Okay.
Paying Jeannie's dad the rest of the $50,000.
Yeah. Well, before I go on, how were you just able to secure so much money? Did you guys get a loan, or your family and friends helped you guys out?
It was only $25,000. So
I know, but then the $100,000 remodel.
Oh, that was slowly. So from the first year when we first got the restaurant, we spent about $15,000 on buying equipment, paint, all that stuff. And that was the money I had saved up from Uber.
Got it.
Yeah, so
you guys slowly build out the restaurant.
Yeah, so we slowly built out the restaurant, and equipment was really expensive. Pots and pans.
Yeah.
Just a small regular 20-quart pan, a pot would be $100, and you need
a ton of those.
A ton of them, and different sizes, and the big ones would go for $600-$700.
Yeah.
And you need a bunch of those.
Yeah.
So just pots alone were $4,000, let's say.
Were you worried at all?
What was that?
Were you worried at all at the time when?
No. So when we first started, of course, we were cooking out of small pots. We actually didn't even have big pots.
Sure.
And we started.
So you just keep adding it to it.
Yeah, we basically scaled as we grew. And so basically $100,000 is nothing since the restaurant's been around for already 4 years. The plumbing, it's $5,000-$10,000. Things you just gotta take care of.
Did you or Jeannie come up with a business plan, or you just kind of just?
No. I mean, the business plan was to, we ran the numbers, and we have to hit, $400 or $500 in sales a day to kind of pay the rent,
Okay, so you kind of figured it out.
Yeah, so we got really lucky that we were able to break even very early on because we were working a lot. So,
okay. To just we'll get closer to my.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just to break even.
Yeah, so we were able to break even.
Actually, don't touch it too much. I think the wire's messed up.
Is it okay? Can you hear me?
Yeah, put it on the table. The mic is there's feedback on it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let me.
Just leaning closer, I guess.
I got it. Chair higher.
This is my first time having a guest, and I'm ruining it all.
That's good. You're a great host.
But yeah, okay. So you guys scale slowly. So I think this is a question I have about like running a restaurant, and I'm sure a lot of people have. Like, how do you know how much stuff to get? Because you know how, especially because a lot of your stuff is, well, all of it's perishable. Like, how do you know how much to get and how much?
Well, you learn by mistakes. You know, and you know, as you scale, it's like it's so you're almost like doing something for the first time every few months or every year.
Right.
You know, as your business grows.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to make things more efficient. I mean, you don't have to learn, but by doing so, you save money.
Okay.
So you can stick to your old ways and, you know, scale the same way, or you can like buy bigger pots, or you know, have an assembly line.
Okay.
So at the beginning we had like 2 people. It was just Jeannie and I in the kitchen, so we were running around doing everything. And
you were waiting on tables yourself?
We had 1 server at the time from 2 servers at the time from the Chinese restaurant. They were both doing part-time.
Okay.
And then I think after like the 3rd week, we were hot and new on Yelp. And so our restaurant was like line out the door, 2-hour wait.
Nice.
We went from like a 5-star, you know, 30, 40 reviews to like a 3-star.
And did you guys
like overnight?
How did that happen? Did you guys plan it? Did you guys get people
it was
you
just
know
hot
come
and new
in?
because the people that came to your restaurant, you know, just enjoyed their experience.
Yeah.
So by having like 40 reviews in like the first couple of weeks, Yelp will kind of like give you that hot and new.
Okay.
Kind of like.
And you guys didn't need to pay for any of that, right?
We didn't have to pay for any of that.
Nice.
So we were getting like 15,000 views on our Yelp like a day. So yeah, that kind of like messed us up.
Well, because you guys didn't have enough staff, huh?
Yeah, because it was overnight, you know. So we climbed out of like.
Did you guys get any bad reviews during that time? Because you guys didn't have enough people?
Yeah, we went from a 5 to a 3.5 stars overnight.
In one night?
Not like in one night, like 3-4 nights.
Jeez.
You know?
Okay.
And then we had to climb out of that. I don't know if it was 3 or 3.5 stars, but we got back to a 4.
Okay.
And at this point, it's really hard to get out of 4-star if you have already like.
If you have a lot of reviews.
We have like 400 and something reviews.
Yeah.
So, you know it.
So come out and give them 5 stars.
Yeah. So we basically would need like 400 or 500 5-star reviews in a row.
Yeah.
You know, to get to the average of a 4.5 stars.
Okay.
But you know, I think Yelp really helps businesses. A lot of people tend to go to Yelp. You know, Chinese restaurants maybe not as important, but other restaurants.
I think Chinese restaurants still do, dude. There's.
I mean, there's some restaurants that are like really good and they're like 3 stars. You know, so it's like. That's
true.
You know, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but you guys have
when
like
when there's like a 3-star review at like a Mexican restaurant or like a Italian pizza or anything, it's like bad service or bad quality. You know.
Yeah.
Like just stay away from that.
Yeah.
You know.
What is your so if you guys don't know, Pho de Nguyen obviously sells Vietnamese food. What is your most popular product?
Our most popular product is our beef soup and our garlic noodles.
Nice. The pho, the traditional beef stewed pho. That's number 1.
Beef pho, yeah.
Nice. How long does that take to make your?
So a lot of restaurants like to cook it for 6-12 hours, maybe 24 hours. I think 24 hours is like the standard for most pho shops. We do it for about 72 hours.
72?
Yeah, so we go slow simmer for 3 days. Let the bone disintegrate.
Dang, dude.
To the broth.
People gotta show up, give you that 5 stars, man. 72 hours for a bowl of pho.
Yeah, so we do that. We do very beef stock heavy beef.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very little salt, sugar, MSG.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gotta come out, everyone. And now you guys are only open till
Monday
3.
through Friday. Yeah.
Until 3, and that's because the pandy and you guys can't get hiring, or?
Yeah. Basically a little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's still, the business is good enough?
Yeah, it's been
that?
okay. Yeah. I mean, when I first changed the hours, we weren't making any money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you're now also doing catering, right?
We've been doing catering for a while now. We offer catering on the weekends. So.
Yeah, holler. How would they holler at you? On your Instagram or?
Yeah, Pho de Nguyen.
Pho de Nguyen on Instagram. Give them a like and a follow. 5 stars on Yelp. Okay, so would you say your catering business now is doing more business than your restaurant, or is it
no,
still the
catering
restaurant?
is only maybe 10% of sales, maybe.
Oh, that's it?
10, maybe, it varies, 10, 20%.
Okay.
I guess 20%.
Okay. So the catering is harder, you think?
It's a little easier, I would say. Because, you have the order of...
You know exactly what you need to
Yeah, you know the order of 20 people versus waiting for 20 people to come in.
Sure. Okay. And then you do... What kind of food do you cook? Because I've seen your catering stuff. A lot of stuff is done on the menu, it seems, on your restaurant.
I mean, we do like smoked ribeye. What else do we do? We do, I don't know. I can't really think of anything.
Yeah, it seems like you do a lot. Are you like? Do people just make requests and you're like, I can't make that, or yes, I can make that, or do you have a menu?
These are some of the dishes we kind of made pre-pandemic, like lobster, crab, and stuff like that.
Okay, and you served at the restaurant before?
Yeah, but since the pandemic, prices have gone up like dramatically, so on like lobster, seafood. So I try not to really offer something like super expensive,
Okay.
Try to make it affordable. So yeah, when things are too expensive, I'm not gonna put it on my special.
Right.
Yeah.
And then so special, you have special items all the time at your restaurant.
All
the time, weekly, or is it just whenever you see something good at the place where you get food?
I mean, currently we're trying to add random, new items once every, week or couple weeks.
And it's just like a day special, right?
Usually it's like a week special. Sometimes it's a day special. Things that are more like tedious, definitely a day special.
Like what? Bone marrow? Is that?
Well, bone marrow is something we don't really serve too often because we get so little of.
Yeah.
So it's something that we just serve to like a few of our customers that come in, or the customers that request it. Kind of like a banseo, the Vietnamese.
Oh, that's a special item?
Yeah, that's like you're making, a crepe omelet you're making 2 for a customer. Yeah. And that takes like 6-7 minutes. And you're basically standing there all day, and you're only going to be making like $100-$200 in crepes, and
you gotta up the price, dude.
And so,
but you know what though, the bun sale, like not a lot of places serve it.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people would come out.
And I think it's for that reason. It's like you're gonna maybe sell $200 in bun sale unless you're a bun sale restaurant.
Yeah.
That so it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I think it's people are used to paying $10 for a bun sale or even less. So
yeah,
it's
a lot of work. Whereas
and so I think realistically for a restaurant to like serve bun sale, they need to be charging like $20+ for an order. Okay. And that should be considered cheap. to the customers, and customers are not, they just don't meet.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How much were you charging it for?
We were selling 2 for $15.
Dude, and
that's
a deal, dude.
That's a deal.
You just said one for $20. You guys get 2 for $15.
That's why I just do it one day out of like a month or every 3 months because.
And do you promote it on Instagram? You're like, hey, got some bun sales coming up.
We do promote it on Instagram. Most of our specials.
Okay. And you do? Have you seen like your Instagram posts like driving people to come in? Like people are like, dude, I mean,
majority of our specials are only posted on Instagram.
Okay. And then, but people will come in like.
And people will come in or order on,
that's really smart to do it that way.
Yeah.
And you kind of know who saw it.
Yeah. Most, I think I have about like maybe 100 to 200 customers on Instagram watching my stories.
That's good, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you have those. If those 100 to 200 people.
More.
Yeah, if they come like those 100 to 200 people come every week.
Yeah, I mean, these are like these are like the 100, 200 like kind of customers that kind of regularly come to my restaurant, once a month or something like that. Instagram friends.
Did you, when you first started the restaurant, how did you get the first people to come in? Was it like mostly friends, family, or?
I mean, the first couple of days, the first couple of weeks, random friends would pop in and stuff like that. But the majority was just walk-ins.
Okay.
And then after a couple of weeks, it just kind of like word kind of spread like, hey, new Vietnamese restaurant.
Is there another Vietnamese restaurant around that area?
I mean, currently there's like 4 in the 2-3 mile radius.
Oh, okay, but not too close.
There one opened up at the beginning of the pandemic right down the street from our restaurant.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's making it worse, but
we gotta fight them. Gotta soup off.
It's not bad. I mean, it would be awesome for our street to become like little Saigon. I don't mind the competition.
Yeah.
It brings.
Where's the foot traffic coming from?
From
that block. It does seem kind of.
The block it's downtown San Bruno, so it's like a bunch of businesses on the block.
Okay.
Karate.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually a good place.
A lot of salons.
When people bring their kids to get karate, they'll come grab food, right?
Yeah, that's a good especially when we were open for dinner. We're not open for dinner right now.
Oh, shit,
so, yeah, so that restaurant's down the street is doing pretty good because, they're the only ones open for dinner. Yeah.
Would you ever open back late nights again?
I think if I was overstaffed and my employees needed hours.
Yeah.
But currently I am understaffed.
Okay.
So,
And would you work the whole day, or do you think you'll just like make enough of the stuff where they could just?
Oh, would I work the full days? Sometimes I'm not there. Jeannie and I switch off. Sometimes we're both not there. Okay. So we have a kitchen manager.
Okay.
And he's handling things, but at the moment we're just.
So you guys need a job, dude.
Always.
The recession's coming. You guys need a job. Hit up Phong.
What is $20 an hour, dude? It doesn't really get you much, so living tips, in the Bay. Dude. $20 is with tips. No, I'm just kidding. That's funny. I mean, tips isn't much either. It's not a sushi restaurant.
Right.
People are leaving like 5s and 10s.
It depends on the size of the bill.
Yeah, but most people are leaving $5.
Some fools aren't even tipping, dude.
Yeah. So a lot of to-goes. You do all this work and you don't get tips.
Yeah.
Uber Eats, Grubhub, they don't tip you.
Yeah, and they take a bunch of cut.
So it's like,
dude, do you even make money off of Grubhub, or you raise the price?
So we raised the price by a couple of dollars, but I'm not sure if they're taking 30% anymore. Because in San Francisco, they're only allowed to take 15, which is good. Okay. They just passed that law like maybe 6 months or a year ago.
Yeah, because I was like, there's no way these restaurants are making money.
Yeah, so now it's kind of like there's no way DoorDash is making money.
Right.
Grubhub, they're all competing.
And how do they expect people to make money when they take like 30% off the revenues when
I know that
margins are so low for most restaurants?
I know that Uber was taking like a lot because they were taking 30% from employee from
the merchant.
From the merchant, from the restaurant, and then they were taking from the customer. You know, when you're a customer, you order like 3 items and it says $60, and by the time you're done tipping, it's like $120. Yeah. That's not even exaggeration. You know? So
it's kind of like buying tickets from StubHub.
So in the whole transaction, Uber makes like $50-$60. You know, I mean 50-60%.
Yeah.
You know. So now with the 50% merchant, you know, they're still taking, you know, 20-30% from the customer. So they're still making 50%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So Uber is doing okay, I would say.
But that business, are people still ordering Uber Eats right now?
People are still ordering Uber Eats.
Is it more? Is it still as much as like the heart of the pandemic?
It's more than the heart of the pandemic.
Okay, so people just got used to it and they're lazy now.
I think it's also at the heart of the pandemic, people were very
scared.
They weren't eating out as often.
Yeah.
You know, even takeout, kind of like, you know, more conservative.
Have you ever thought about just doing your own deliveries?
If we had the staff, but we don't.
Yeah.
Have staff, you know, so it's like
if you don't order from her, just have a biker.
Yeah. You know. But a lot of people, Uber is convenient for a lot of people. You know, you don't have to talk to anyone.
Yeah, people are just paying out for it.
And you know, if anything is wrong, you know, Uber gives you your money back.
And you keep the food.
Yeah, you keep the food. I mean, if the food comes, you know.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of times where the food doesn't come. You know, it's surging for driving, and forget picking up food. I'm gonna go pick up a customer. You know,
yeah. Damn. So that's not going away, right? The food delivery is here to stay, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, unless all the restaurants band together
and just say no.
Just say no.
Because they do take so much money. I feel like a lot of restaurants they're losing money at every Uber Eats.
Yeah, I mean that's why they can just change their prices. You know, so.
Okay.
I mean, it just really, you know, it would be awesome for the customers to just go to the restaurant and buy it, you know,
and then tip,
business,
dude.
You know, yeah.
Tip.
But you know, most people are just like, nah, I'm just gonna pay double,
and like not tip the workers.
Because you know, it's a time thing too. You know, you save an hour, 2 hours. The Bay Area's fast, so Do you save an extra 2 hours a day? That's like doubling up your leisure time. You know, and that's an extra, you know, $40-$30 or maybe $10-$20.
Okay. And
isn't bad, right?
In terms of the food, this is just a random food related questions for you personally. Like, what kind of food is your favorite? You don't have to say Vietnamese just because you're Vietnamese.
I would say anything home cooked. You know, something that's, you know, mainly with rice. I'm a rice person.
Yeah, big Asian
dish.
Anything
with rice. You know, some soup.
Okay.
Some carrots and potato soup.
Yeah.
You know, just
very home cooking.
Home cooked. You know, something that you can't find on Uber Eats. Sadly, you know, like.
Have you tried to put that on Uber Eats? Like something people can't find.
I mean, that's when we started our restaurant. That was like that's what we were going for. You know. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of pho restaurants out there on Uber Eats. Right. So, like, we're not the only ones serving.
Yeah.
You know,
but you guys are
trying to do home cooked food.
You guys do 72 hours on the broth. And to me, I'm not trained, but it's like when I ate at your restaurant, the meats look like it's a better cut or better quality. I don't know.
We do like filet mignon, and then we, you know, I think like cooking flank and brisket is kind of like a lost art. In like the Bay Area, you know, because it's like a shortage of labor and skill. And I think maybe you know, people don't care too much for flank and brisket.
Really?
You know?
It's so good.
It is good. You know, tender, cheap meats, and that's why your bowl of pho only costs $10-$15.
Right.
You know, it's because brisket and flank is $3. You know, it's about to be $4 a pound. You know, so.
Do you have a favorite dish for Vietnamese food? Because Vietnamese food is like so
my favorite
wide.
dish is gum hen, which is like a clam rice dish. Gets a little bit of peanuts and some shrimp paste, some homemade shrimp paste.
Do you guys sell that?
A little bit of clam broth. We've done it as a special maybe like twice or 3 times.
Dude, I don't even know if I've ever had that. Do a lot of restaurants sell that, or is it?
No restaurant sells it except for like 1 or 2, 3 restaurants in San Jose.
Okay.
And like 2 restaurants in San Francisco.
Is it kind of like those French people with the little pot and you put fries in it? Or
no, it's just like a clam salad, and it's like the beach clams or whatever you call those, like little beach clams.
Sweet, dude.
And you know, you can homemade. You can use the expensive clams.
Yeah.
Clams.
You know what I really like? I really like. Have you been to? There's this restaurant I think I told you before in San Francisco that does like the 7-course beef. Mm-hmm. And then you do your own spring rolls, dude. I love that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I think that's very like. Everybody that goes to a restaurant like that, they're either from Vietnam or their parents are from Vietnam.
Yeah.
Because no one really wants to like roll their own spring rolls.
Yeah, and it's also kind of expensive. You know, 7-course beef. You know, no one wants to spend $72.
Yeah.
You know,
per person.
I go to San Jose and I indulge.
Yeah.
You know, it's for 2 people, it's $70, and get 11 courses.
Dude, that's cheap for 2 people. 11 courses for $75.
Yeah, if you're comparing, to any other.
Dude,
yeah.
I could eat $30 worth of like Chipotle or something. No, not Chipotle, but like I can spend $30 pretty easy.
For me, it's like I like split in college. I mean, even till now, probably I would like split my portion. And it's like what?
Well, I'm a big dude.
Like $8 for a steak.
Not anymore, man. It's like $12.
Okay, it's in the Bay Area. It's 12. I bet you.
Yeah.
In other places, it's about 10.
Yeah.
You know, and that'd be $5 a meal.
Nice.
They used to send coupons back in the day.
That's
buy one,
right.
get one. So,
and dude, and then
it's like $2.50.
Have you ever had friends that like work there and they just hand you a bunch?
No friends.
I used to have a friend that worked there and hand them out.
I was like,
dude. Oh, dude, we're friends, dude. You have any advice for people like thinking about opening a restaurant? Should they even do it, or should you just be
most people say don't do it, but I'd say do it. Yeah, just I think you should fail a lot. And that's the only way you learn.
Mm-hmm. But it's expensive, man.
I think most people who want to open up restaurants, they don't have the funding.
Yeah.
And people who do have the funding, they don't want to work in restaurants. If that makes sense.
Yeah, like they want to own a restaurant, but they don't want to work in it.
Yeah, but I mean, there are a few restaurants that they have the funding, they open it, and they do want to work.
Yeah.
And those restaurants are always successful when there's funding.
And you think people who open a restaurant should be able to work the kitchen? They should know their.
Not necessarily, but I mean, I'm saying if they have a passion.
Yeah.
To be in the business.
But it'll be better if they know the chef. What if like the chef quits and you don't know how to make?
Yeah, I mean
you're
that's
screwed.
definitely. Yeah, you definitely don't want to depend on luck or someone or.
Okay.
In business, you want to kind of not depend on anyone, you know. For like recipes and secrets and stuff like that. Like you kind of want to know how to do. You want to know how to do these things.
Yeah.
And you want to have money to hire people to help you, So you don't necessarily have to be in the kitchen.
So if
as long as you can, if it's in food, then as long as you can show someone how to make it. Yeah. Fine.
Do your staff, or does Jeannie know how to make everything you do?
Jeannie knows how to make like everything. She doesn't like to make everything.
Okay. But she knows how in case.
She knows how to make everything.
In case you actually chop off your hand or something.
In case, I die. She knows how to do everything. But also, we trained one of our kitchen manager. He knows how to do everything.
What if he steals your shit, dude?
Yeah, this is the first time that I've showed anyone like my
your secret
soup recipe.
So
all the other recipes, I've taught everyone how to make, curry, peanut sauce, fish sauce. I mean, all these things you can just find online. You can open up your own restaurant.
Well, you can find the broth too, but then there's the measurements, the different.
It's
what you're adding. What's your secret?
I mean, if you can find it online, but it's all about execution.
Okay, so you're not too worried about someone just taking your.
I mean, I don't give out my soup recipe because I don't want someone opening up a restaurant right next to me tasting the exact same thing.
Right.
So, but other than that, peanut sauce, fish sauce, whatever,
Cool, dude.
Because I'm sure ours is not like the best,
No, it's pretty good. 5 stars only. 5 stars only.
You you definitely can find recipes online or.
Yeah. But yours is the best.
Ours.
You guys are good, dude.
Let's just say we perfected our recipe.
Okay.
It's not the best, but we don't.
You guys do it well.
We don't make many mistakes.
Sure. It's consistent.
Consistency is key.
Yeah. All right,
That's
cool.
how you keep your 4-star on Yelp.
We gotta get that to 5 stars. All right, so everyone listening, go to Pho de Nguyen in San Bruno.
5 stars is impossible, but.
Dude, I leave 5 stars all the time.
I mean, I don't mind having a 4-star or just an honest 3-star, 2-star.
Yeah, but do you find a lot of people that leave like a bad review that has nothing to do with the food?
There's been we've gotten some reviews where it was like it was not for us, and
that was it.
It was a restaurant down the street, and it was like
or
these
they're
guys were had bad service, and I came here on a Saturday. It's like, we're not open Saturday.
They give you 1 star for being closed.
No.
Just saying bad service.
They got us confused for the other restaurant.
Oh yeah, dang, dude.
But no, there's some very very few.
Yeah. Mostly
like
good.
Troll,
it looks like a lot of people love your spot. But everybody show up, tip, so we could get more waiters and waitresses so they could open a million more restaurants.
No, one's enough.
All right, dude. Well, that's all I have. Anything else you want to add? You want to talk about?
I think no.
We're good.
Damn, that hour went by fast.
We did like a little bit less than 45 minutes.
Okay. Cool.
We're gonna do this again, right, dude?
Yeah, sure.
Talk about some aliens and stuff.
Yeah.
I need to read up on it.
You want aliens? You want to talk about aliens?
I gotta read up on it. I don't know any of those. What do you call those? Aliens conspiracies?
Yeah, conspiracies.
I know only like the conspiracies that are more like political, like Epstein and CIA and and the banks are evil, the IMF and stuff trying to run the world.
Okay.
Just crazier stuff,
Yeah.
But all right, dude, thanks for doing this. I really appreciate you.
Of course. Anytime. Thanks
all
for
right,
having
dude. I'll
me
see you
on the
next
show.
week, and we're gonna do this again every week.
Yeah. We'll see about that.
All right, dude. Thanks.